What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Shane Rowe. Now, guys, it is less than 24 hours before we kick off our game of the new season. And I gotta tell you, I wasn't nervous before, but now I'm getting more nervous. I think you kind of hope that other teams slip up a little bit to make your first game a bit easier, but nope, not a chance, not a chance. City started off well, 3-1, I think it was. Arsenal won their game 2-1. Newcastle still looking deadly. And Chelsea and Liverpool played out a 1-1 draw today, but trust me, they look like they're going to be a bit exciting themselves. Not to mention, the window is still open, so teams are going to take this opportunity to definitely identify some areas that they're going to need. So as far as our game goes, we're going to have to hit the ground running. With everybody winning their game right off the bat, most of everyone winning their game right off the bat, Liverpool actually had a good game and they took a point off of Chelsea. They've already had one of their top six rivals from the first half of the season. So they would have felt good about that result as well. We're going to definitely need to be taking on this Wolves team that they're probably going to have a very low block. Let's face it, I don't even think they still have a coach. But they're not in the best of spaces. And it's our duty to take advantage of this and definitely get the 3 points. But 3 points alone is not going to just be enough. Newcastle already dropped 5. Haaland's already got a brace, and he's like a diesel truck that he gets better and better. As soon as he warms up, you can't stop him. We are going to need to be absolutely clinical. We're going to have to score them, and we're not going to have to score 1 goal or score 2 goals. We're going to have to score 3 goals, 4 goals, 5 goals. Like, this is kind of the new era of football. You have to run the score up. I mean, everybody runs the score up. It's traditionally how you show respect to the other team. You don't put your foot off the gas. But we need to find the pedal, So we need to be absolutely clinical in our finishing. It means Rashford continue as he did last season. I don't want to put added pressure on him. The man got 30 goals. Just do that and a little bit more. Give me 35 goals, But Anthony, if you are going to use that left foot, it needs to be Robin-esque. Like, everyone needs to know you're going to do it, and they still can't stop it. And I don't see that from him yet. Again, I said, my opinion, he has the right wing for now, but it's still anyone who with real overall complete quality to come and take it from him. He's going to need to be clinical. Højlund, he's going to need to be better in his finishing. He's a pretty good striker, and he has that striker mentality, but he's going to need to be polished. So let's hope Bernie can do his magic and get him and Rashford. And the front three, any of the front 5 or 6 that jumps in and out of the team, but clinical. We're going to definitely need to have some strength in the depth of the team. There is still time to go inside the transfer window, so I would like to see us go back in, and I want to see a whole nother midfielder. Fred just signed for Fenerbahce, I think it is. So a midfielder should be coming in. I want to see a centre-back and, I don't know, a striker maybe, but definitely a centre-back and a midfielder. Maino, providing he gets fit and can stay fit, you're going to want to give him some game time. So that's another midfield slot. So we're going to need to probably go back into the market. And I think people know that we are going to go back into the market, but the quality in the depth of the players as well too. So it's not just we're going to have a squad of 25 players. It's not going to help us. It's not going to do us any good. We need to have quality in what we have coming off of the bench, because too many times we get a team right on the ropes and we don't have much coming off the bench Garnacho is definitely starting to fill that role. But before, we didn't have much coming off the bench and being able to impact the game. When you put in perspective that we finished third last year, we didn't score any goals, man. So the only reason why we even placed third was because our defense just kept us in there. So shout out to the defense, and hopefully we can keep that going this season again. We have to be consistent. We get a run of 3-4 games, then we fall off. We get a run of 3-4 games, and then we fall off. Consistency is going to be the key. Even if we're going to have to win games 1-0, I know I just said we're going to have to score goals and be clinical, but we're not going to do that every single game. So those games where we end up losing it or drawing in the last 10 minutes, we can't do that this season. Just if we're going to convince anyone that anything we're doing at United makes any kind of sense, we got to look somewhat of a resemblance of what we used to be. And I think this season is going to be a very, very important season when it comes to that. This is that middle season. So it's the first season is like, whatever can happen. Then if the second season goes badly, then it just goes like down. And then you have to kind of try and build this up again and convince everyone of what the manager's doing. So which leads me to my other point, I think, is that we are going to have to back this manager. And I know it's easy to back a manager when everything works and everything sounds good, and, it's bells and the whistles and, But we've brought in new players. We brought in good players, but these players still need to find their feet in the Premier League. Onana, I hear some folks on some other networks saying about the only thing he can do is just be a sweeper keeper. Go look at his stats. The man's a better goalkeeper than David De Gea. Like, that's just the facts. Go look at the stats and then make your own determination. The fact that he's so good with his feet makes him a little bit more special, and talked about it a little bit more. But as far as saves and controlling is the penalty box, Onana's better than David De Gea. David De Gea was a scared puppy inside the box. I hate to say that. He's a good goalkeeper in terms of reflex, but he's a scared puppy in terms of controlling his box. I said all this to say this, is that people are going to come for us. There's still things that's happening in and outside the club that's going to be a bit of a distraction with the sale of the club and whether or not certain players should be playing for us anymore. Unit, as a club, we're going to have to really, really back the manager. We can't split the fan base to the point where Ten Hag out after the first season. It doesn't help anyone. So the best thing we can do for this team is to support them and to back them. And hopefully with our support, then they can perform well. So, all right, as always, please like and subscribe to the video. If you've been here this long, thanks for rocking with your boy. I really do appreciate you. God bless you, and GGMU.